Good morning, everybody. First of all, let me congratulate the organizers for organizing such a meaningful event. Let me also convey my apology for not being able to be present. In fact, I was looking forward to be with all of you and interact with you, but unfortunately my pressing assignment has deprived me the opportunity to be with all of you. Well, as I reflect on the theme as well as the purpose of this round table, I am very much encouraged to note that the individual financial advisors, we call them as AMFA, mutual fund, AMFI registered mutual fund advisors. It's encouraging that they decided on their own to come together, to share their experiences, to reflect on their concerns, and to add to their knowledge, skills, attitudes, which would help them to build their profession in a most professional way and in an effective manner. Now, in the current scenario, all of you, I'm sure, are a little bit concerned about the change that the regulator has made in the distribution business now. So far, for several decades, we are accustomed, distributors are accustomed to get the reward for their efforts from the manufacturer, that is the mutual funds. Of course, that money comes from the investor, but it is deducted from the amount invested and then given to all of you. Now, going from 1st of August, there's going to be a paradigm shift in this manner of business. From that day onwards, it will be the investor for whom you are providing the service, whom you motivate, you convince, you provide all necessary knowledge and inputs and make him invest in a mutual fund. He, the investor, has to pay you directly, which is happening in an indirect way today, because from your amount invested, the mutual fund takes 1 or 2% and then pays to the thing. Today it is turned around. Well, I know this is a paradigm shift, a 360-degree change in the way we have been doing business all these decades. Well, this change is now required, and this will help, I am sure. Initially, there may be problems. People will have to be convinced why they should pay you directly. Then it will take time for them to appreciate and understand. So, the role of mutual fund distributors from August 1, 2009 is going to be, I should say, a very challenging role. And therefore, this has to come from you. For the service I render, for the advice I give, and for the time that I devote for you, I need to be compensated. And then you must say, what is your rate? What is it that is your price? It's actually, in economic terms, it is pricing the service. Every service has a price for it. So you have to price the service that you are rendering and request the service taker, namely the investor, to pay you. There is a change in the mindset. We have to change the mindset of the investor. Our own attitude has to change. And all that I would say is, this is a challenge which you are capable of handling it. Well, mutual fund, so therefore as you go on discussing during this day the various topics that have been scheduled to be discussed, I am sure you would discuss and contribute and help accept this position and build on it. I am very happy to note that there is a session with the fund managers. I would like to emphasize here that mutual funds' hallmark is strict regulation and stricter compliance. This is an industry which runs on transparent basis. We tell upfront to the people where your money will be invested, in which type of shares, in which categories of instruments your money will be invested. There are very, very strict rules set by the regulator. The fund manager cannot invest all the money in one company or two companies. He can invest only up to a maximum of 10% per company. And there are valuation norms. There are accounting norms. There is how NAV is constructed. There is very strict rules. And all these are to be strictly followed. And they are being followed. This is the strength of our industry. We are totally transparent. But in making our product, the mutual fund schemes, popular among the people, because in our country the financial literacy is very low. We need therefore to make people understand what a mutual fund is, how it is functioning, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages, what are the risks involved and what are the risk-return relationship and what type of products are there. At the same time, it is very necessary that every saver of this country allocates at least a small portion of his savings to our mutual fund, because that helps that saver to participate in the growing Indian economy via the capital markets. This is a broader role that the mutual fund plays. So in promoting this, I have always felt, from mid-70s when I joined, I was posted to Unit Trust of India, I have always felt that the individual distributors, people like you all over the country, are not only advisors, promoters, but you are the ambassadors of the mutual funds to the public and to the households of this. I greet you, I wish you all the very best and make a grand success of today's program, and I am sure I will have opportunities to come to Shonar Bangla and speak personally with all of you sooner than later. Let me also say that this industry is one of the fast growing segments of the Indian economy. We have been consistently growing at about 50% over the last several years. Of course, 2008